Okay, now student will discuss about a new chapter, that is theory of supply. Okay, the chapter name is theory of supply. In this chapter, first we start concept of supply. What is the concept of supply? That means what is the meaning of supply, or you can say what is the definition of supply. So supply means supply refers to various amounts of a commodity. Supply means various amounts of a commodity or a goods. Supply means various amounts of commodity. Okay, supply means various amounts of commodity that a producer willing to sell at different prices of different commodity at different point of time. So what is the meaning of supply? Supply means various amounts of commodity that a producer that a producer willing willing, or you can say a producer is ready to sell their goods or commodity at different prices at different prices at different prices at a point of time. That means what is the meaning of supply? Supply means various commodity that a producer is willing to sell. Okay, supply means various amounts of commodity that a producer willing to sell or producer ready to sell their goods at different prices. That means some goods they can sell at a higher price, some goods they can sell at a lower price. That is why at different prices. Okay, at a particular time or at a point of time. That means at a point of time or at a particular time, how much amount of or how much quantity of goods that a producer is willing to sell or ready to sell. Okay, that is supply. Okay, a particular point of time or a point of time, how much amount of quantity of a particular goods a producer willing to sell or ready to sell, that is supply. Okay, so there is a two concept comes from this meaning of supply. Two concept comes from this meaning of supply. Number one concept is supply, and the second one is stock. There are two concepts we have to understand: what is supply and what is stock. in economic sense there are two different concepts of supply and stock. In economic sense, at a particular point of time, okay, how much amount of goods that a producer available in his or in her hands. Okay, in his or in her hands, that is stock. That means the stock is that amounts of goods which is not only present which is not only present in producer hands, the amount of goods which they can sell in future also. Okay, that is stock. So what is stock? Stock is a particular time, the total quantity or the total amount of goods that a producer available in his hands, okay, for selling goods at the present and as well as in the future. Okay, that is stock. That means the amount of goods. Basically, stock means the amount of goods that which is available, the amount of goods which is available in producer hands, not only for present as well as future sale, not only for present as well as future sale, future sale. Okay, that is stock. That means stock means the total amount of goods which is available in producer's hands at a particular time, that is stock. That means stock means the amount of goods the producer wants to sell for the present as well as for the future. But in supply, supply refers to the part of stock. Supply is a part of stock which is ready for sell, which is ready to sell at a given price, that is supply. So what is supply? Supply means supply is a part of stock which is ready to sell at a particular price, at a particular price, that is supply. Okay, that is supply. So these are the two different concept of supply and stock. Stock means the total amount of goods or commodity which is available in the hands of producer, okay, to sell not only in the present as well as future also. Okay, as well as future also, that is stock. And supply, supply is a part of stock. Supply is a part of stock which is ready to sell, which is ready to sell in present, which is ready to sell in present, okay, at a given price, which is ready to sell in present at a given price, that is supply. Okay, that is supply. So suppose, take an example. Suppose a producer has a 500 suppose a producer produced 500 tons of wheat. He produced 500 tons of wheat. So these 500 tons is stock of the producer. Now out of these 500 stocks, now 100 tons of wheat is ready to sell. 100 tons of wheat is ready to sell. So these 100 stock, we say it is supply. Okay, these 100 tons of wheat we say supply. Okay, and the remaining 400 is stock again. Okay, remaining 400 is stock again. Okay, so this is the concept of supply and stock.